What you got?
I got the United States got an F. Okay. On
Damn.
Yeah, I want to start. I did my best. All right.
We held it together as long as we could, Shayna.
As long as we could.
We might as well crack on this last episode.
Truly, ending the year in a strong fashion. So, everybody, welcome to part 2 of our end of year episode. If you didn't hear part 1, it's already out. You can go watch us on YouTube. You can go listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast. You should go check out part 1 so that you didn't miss all the fun that we did. But now we're going to get into part 2. So, if you didn't check it out and you don't want to go back and listen to the other episode, how rude, but it's okay. We are basically breaking down the year month by month, highlighting our top stories of the year. Previously, we would do around 3 stories each, but this year there was so much that happened. We need to bring some joy into this final episode. So we're doing 1 story a piece, and then we're going to wrap it up with some fun activities and some familiar segments that you all are used to for the show. So we're going to get back into part 2 of our end of year episode. All right, we're back. We're starting in July. Anna, we're continuing. Everything's going great. I would love for you to jump in and start us off with July.
I'm here for this. This is good political news, And I be on this here podcast on this mic, and it be bad a lot. And it was a lot of bad. I mean,
so much bad.
The legal double dutch that's been happening. I don't even know the right word. It's just insanity. But in July, we had a big win. Lambda Legal won a huge case. They beat the Trump administration, and they were able to restore $6.2 million to 9 LGBTQ and HIV organizations in California. Major. Okay. $6.2 million is a lot of folks' jobs. It's a lot of services. It's a lot of just downright help for the LGBTQ community and folks living with HIV. And they challenged the executive orders around gender identity and the termination of DEI related grants. And the court found that those orders probably violated the First Amendment, the Fifth Amendment of due process, and the separation of powers. And I feel like every goddamn thing Trump has done has violated all 3 of those things. And I feel like that's why everything he's done ought to have been overturned. But then it goes to the Supreme Court and they just, do what they do. But that $6.2 million was a big win. And this is why we support Lambda Legal, okay, around here. Bonus, though. A bonus in July was Laverne Cox getting dragged for coming out talking about she was in a relationship with that MAGA supporter, okay? That right there was bonus material.
Unprompted.
Like, how did you out yourself? Like, what in your spirit? You know what? I'm not even going to fully go into it. Chris, go ahead.
No, I was going to say just even lovingly, just like romanticizing it too. But I will say, I don't know if ever recommending the Olay and Friends episode where Laverne actually goes on a panel to answer criticisms directly, which I thought was big for her. And it did open up some interesting conversations and POVs that I didn't think of. There was a lot of trans folk that were talking about the love that they accept and the love that they get and the people who they've dated that can be complicated and all that. So there was a lot of just like observing, what the trans community, who they date and how that could be problematic. And also we do it too. So that was also like but Laverne definitely stepped into it, just kind of romanticizing the whole thing because nobody's like lovingly being like, oh, that MAGA cop I dated. What a great time. Like she looked crazy for that, but glad that she at least faced the criticisms head on. My other July story was a rest in peace to Jewel Tice Williams, the trailblazing LA queer bar owner and activist who had Catch One in LA. Wanted to say rest in peace. That was big news in July.
Absolutely. Laverne just giving us stuff for free, girl.
Yeah.
So my July story was a devastating one that hardly got any visibility. And so I wanted to be sure that we brought it back to be able to remember that this did happen in July. So over 100 trans inmates presumed dead after an Israeli airstrike flattened an Iranian prison. The Israeli airstrike on Tehran's Evin prison has left 100 transgender inmates missing and presumed dead. And Iranian officials said that at least 71 people were killed in the attack, including 43 prison staff members and at least 4 other civilians. The strike took place during the Israel and Iran 12-day war, occurring the day before a ceasefire between the two countries began. It was one of those stories that you really didn't hear about. Folks didn't put that out there with all of the news and reports around Palestine and Israel. I'm not surprised that this wasn't highlighted because of who was impacted. But that's a large casualty.
Jesus.
And folks were not discussing it, and it was hardly being highlighted. The fact that New York Times even reported on it is a miracle. And I just wanted to be sure that this story did resurface as it was not discussed in the way that it should have been. All right, so after that, let's shift over to August. August, we had the beginning of the long shot attack on marriage equality, which thankfully most folks felt very confident. And in the end, it did result in positive results. But most folks saw this as a long shot because Kim Davis, who just won't go away, won't sit down, won't shut up, won't anything, decided to come back and petition the court against marriage equality once again. And each person, each political pundit that spoke about it said there is essentially no chance that the court will entertain Davis's plea to abolish gay people's constitutional right to marry. The odds round down to zero was a direct quote from an attorney who was a part of the case. And I was just like, girl, please. But did all of the right-wing pundits and all of the red states use this and run with it for a headline? Absolutely, they did. They loved it. They thought this was great. They were like, our PR agents have something to discuss in August. So, as annoying as it was, they really did try to do a jump scare on the whole LGBTQ community around this.
And we living in Trump's America. Really don't know.
Truly.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty bold for anybody to say rounds down to zero. I think that's pretty bold in Trump America. I feel like anything under the sun is possible.
Yeah.
With him in office.
I don't know where they dug Kim Davis up at. It's like, whew, Kim Davis.
Like, she digs herself up. That's the thing. Nobody ever does. She just stops. And for some reason, you're like, I thought y'all took all of the shovels from her. Right?
Yeah. Every 7 years.
Comes back.
Kim Davis. No, not now. Yeah, Kim Davis is a cicada for sure. Yeah. One of those 7-year, whatever they are that come up. It's crazy.
Like you thought they were dead and gone, and then all of a sudden you just hear them chirping all the time.
Swarming. Okay. It's like, it's that year, isn't it? She's coming.
She's back.
She's back. Lord. Kim Davis. My August story was, this was sad to see, but Grammy winning artist Lil Nas X was arrested in LA following a troubling incident where he was walking around naked and possibly under the influence. He's since entered an inpatient treatment program and has made a court appearance because he was charged with allegedly charging officers and all that. But his legal team says he's doing well as the case continues. His next court appearance I saw while looking this up is in March of 2026. So here's for hoping he isn't convicted on those charges and maybe hopefully he'll go away. And I hope he's okay, more importantly. So
money and fame at that age, child.
Mm-hmm.
And the isolation that comes along with that type of fame and that type of money. Child, what you gonna do all day? You get high. They get high.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is a
very
lonely
accessible
place. Yes, it's a lonely place to be when you can't do things you used to do that are normal. You can't walk outside. You just can't walk by yourself. You know, just small things we take for granted. I know we all want to make that money, get that bag, but child, so many downsides to that
Man.
bag. Because you still living life. And life still be lifing for you too. It's hard. Mine. I had a few friends, but I ain't gonna spend long on none of them. Okay. I just think they're all really dope. Okay. So everybody should be subscribed to Reverie because we should. And we should support streaming networks that are streaming LGBTQ material every single moment of the day. And this year they had The King of Drag. Was a show that they put on, a reality show. And King Molasses won. Okay. And he is just as cute and chocolate and buffed out and performs his butt off. And if you've never seen King Molasses do his thing, go to Reverie, watch it. It's really good. And then T.S. Madison and Laverne Cox, along with their friends, became the first all trans team on Family Feud. Okay. And they were just as beautiful as they wanted to be. And in the midst of this political hellscape, they gave some cultural joy. Yes, and we received that. And when it comes to sports and the WNBA, August was when the green sex toys came out, okay?
Green sex toys.
None of us had that on our bucket list. Not
at
a
all.
single person.
Like, who actually chose, who put in the group chat, who said, you know what, it's going to be the green ones. The green ones are going to show up best on camera. We can't do the pink ones. It's not going to, because some of the colors just don't fit. We can't do the purple. That might be too dark. We need, you know what? I got it. It's going to be the lime green one.
Dildos.
That was so crazy.
That was so crazy.
Let me see.
It was funny the first time. It was annoying the second, third, fourth, fifth time around the league. It really was. It happened. And then Rhonda Satan, as you all love to call him here on Bad Queers, indeed, removed the rainbow crosswalk in the middle of the night in front of Pulse, which was cowardly for them to do it in the middle of the night. Also, just inhumane, just because crosswalks are so dangerous, you know?
Right.
So dangerous. Even though they did that study that showed that anybody who goes through the crosswalks that are at the rainbow ones, that there is a less chance of an accident.
Because they stand out.
It's wild. It's wild. All of a sudden you see all these colors. You're like, ha.
Wow.
Because the way that I ignore a crosswalk is wild. And they're everywhere in Chicago. And I will miss one. Absolutely. Right. But a Pride one, I'll go up and be like, that's nice. Like, it's...
Yes.
That's so funny.
It's there. It's there.
It is.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Priorities for Florida, huh?
Man.
And it was a crypto group that claimed responsibility for the sex toys.
Yes, they did.
I looked it up. It was a crypto group. And they
that
actually
coin killed.
Did it? That's so...
It did. That coin
I can't even...
Everything they want to have happened.
Games are crazy. Yeah, that they play. And I guess according here, they did throw a couple at some NFL games earlier this year. So
the NFL was
they
on
shut
it.
that down. Yeah.
Oh, that didn't.
They were like, they said, you know what? Just think about, again, being in the marketing meeting. Now we move from the group chat to the marketing meeting. That said, all right, so it didn't work for the NFL. The field's a bit too big. Cameras can move away. You got to pick a smaller venue. You got to pick a smaller venue and let's switch it to women. Let's see what happens. You know, like
absolutely.
Yes, that's what I feel like happened. Their little strategy session. And look how it paid off.
I can't throw it.
Look how it paid off.
And most of them are lesbians. Most of them use these sex toys. Yo. Yeah, those bros just had a moment.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because we would never. Okay. Cost money.
Okay. Right? They're too expensive.
It's too expensive.
Fuck out of here. Throwing it. I knew it wasn't us because I was like, there's no way.
No.
There's no way. No.
So funny. All right.
Oh, September.
Chris, how about you?
All I will say is Charlie Kirk died and people lost their minds and are still losing their minds. And I look forward to Candace Owens doing a documentary on the scams that happened after the fundraising of all this, because my God, they have been fundraising. And she made a BLM one, so I didn't forget that. But yes, it definitely was a big, big shift in things. That was a shift. And we're still seeing the effects now. just how people got to be a little bit careful about what you say. They were getting people fired. And then, yeah, there was, I will say now that we're in December, I do like that some people came to their senses and pushed back on like trying to lionize this guy and put him in the, I don't know, the sainthood, and being like, he was a hateful, racist podcaster and sexist podcaster and nothing else.
Nothing
And
else.
while the murder of him, like him dying, awful, you know, he was no saint. So, you know, it changed things for sure with how things are being said. But people also did push back. I saw like Amanda Seyfried say something the other day. Shout out to her, where she was like, "I stand by everything I said about him." So there is some pushback that was good. But initially, that first week, those first couple weeks, it just was nuts. I think he had a holiday. It was so much going on, and we were off for maternity leave during this time. And honestly, thank God, because it was
When we came
it's
back
pretty insane.
and recognized how much had happened in the time that we
Yeah.
had taken off from August to October, just August, like, and not even all of August. It was probably
Yeah.
the last week of August
Yep.
until the end of October that we took off. And all that
Everything changed.
happened in that time was, wow, Chris and I were texting. So that mean I said, wow, just think if we were recording right
Woo, Jesus. I was like, thank the Lord sometimes that I get to be quiet and just look.
now. Got to sit and watch it unfold.
Yes. But I will say, because of that, and just as a reminder to people, that some things are meant for your group chat and not online, just in case. Like you just in case in this atmosphere, maybe just text your friend. Text the group chat if you have to. Because it was
On
Signal. So secure. War plans on there. Oh shit! But yeah, shit was crazy.
I also hope that incident is a reminder to everybody out there who's ever thought about unaliving somebody who you might think deserves it, that they will turn that person into a martyr. Okay, and that is what we don't want. They don't deserve that, but that's what they will do. They spent multi-millions of dollars on that man's funeral.
We flew flags at half staff.
Why are flags at half staff? And why is your widow grabbing JD Vance's neck? Okay, back of his head.
So weird.
So
weird.
2 months after you've been buried in the ground, child.
Man,
you can't make this stuff up.
That video of her, like at the cat, like it was a lot. There's a wild stuff going on that side of things. Like wild stuff. Whew, still going on. CBS like had like wall-to-wall coverage on Charlie Kirk's widow. That the ratings came back and it flopped because no one cares.
No,
at all.
No,
not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. So, as intense as it all was, I feel like, knock on wood, but people kind of came to their senses and all that. And I don't know if the Jimmy Kimmel thing happened in September. Did it happen in September too? It was because of the comments he made of Charlie Kirk. I feel like that kind of,
I think it was in September.
Drowned it out, right? Yeah. So like whatever residual Charlie Kirk thing, people were
the
like,
way that people
not my
came
Jimmy Kimmel.
So fast. And I was like,
So
where
fast.
is this energy for everything else?
Man, so fast.
Nowhere to be found
at all. I mean, they activated for Jimmy Kimmel, and it did kind of quell things because they were wilding over there, but people were like,
it was September.
He didn't even say nothing crazy. So I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but like, you're not dropping Kimmel. Like,
yeah. He was taken off September 17th, was back September 23rd. You would have thought.
It was only 6 days.
Isn't that crazy?
Only. You would have thought
Man.
that our nation was being taken over and we were fighting back.
This social media has ruined time. Well, first off, COVID ruined time, and then social media ruins time. You know what I'm saying? 6 days. You would think that was going on for.
It felt like the Cold War. Yeah.
Really.
It felt like
the number of stories, the amount of how we were inundated with that story. I mean, it was just,
it's crazy.
My gosh, that's crazy.
I will say one other thing that was disturbing about the Charlie Kirk stuff was how many non-white supporters he had that came out of the woodworks where I was like, oh, Oh, there's a
No.
lot of y'all. There's a lot of y'all globally too.
I've lost a black
Jesus.
celebrity every week. It feels like every week.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah, we know y'all Republicans, but Charlie Kirk supporters.
Charlie Kirk was crazy.
Yo,
yeah,
that's
that was
wild.
that Charlie Kirk supporting it, like that's another level of like
Oh, that's another level of self-hate. I don't know what to do with.
Yes.
You being Republican just means you protecting your money as far as I'm concerned. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
But Charlie Kirk.
But Charlie Kirk, you got to be kidding me. That's a level of self-hate I can't help you with. And neither can a therapist.
Yeah, no.
He just lost.
I know what's wrong here. I know it's the first session, but I know.
We got to put that on a praying grandmother, okay, in a closet. That can't nobody help that.
Two praying grandmother. Two, at least. So.
Please, in the closet, that one. Need that one. Get up off her knees, that one, that grandma. That can't help.
Pray hard.
Yeah. September Dinah Shore. Yeah. Dinah Shore ended.
It did.
After 34 years. I never been. I got no connection to this, but I know a lot of lesbians do, and I heard about it all my lesbian days. And it was a big deal for a lot of people.
It was.
And there's not a lot of lesbian events like a Dinah Shore, where you've got star-studded talent coming to perform for a whole bunch of lesbians. The gay boys, they have parties like this all the time.
All the time.
Honestly, too many. I'm like, enough. Y'all consolidate. It's jealousy. Don't worry. It's just jealousy for me, right there. Yeah. That's all that is. That's all that's talking.
That's real. But Dinah
Shore I never got to Dinah either, but we do have someone here live who's been to Dinah Shore.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been to Dinah and I've been to Crave, which was like the competition of Dinah. And so I've been to both. And a time it definitely is.
Okay.
It definitely is. I was like, I got to see SWV at the last Dinah Shore I went to. And I was like, wow, they loved it. They loved it. They were up there and they were like, oh, wow.
Wow. That would have been good
I said, I think there were some people in the audience that made them weak. So, because the commentary was hilarious, but loved it. What a
That was legacy. A run. 34 years is nothing.
What a legacy.
Snip up.
That's like 2 generations in 34 years. That's
right.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And you could see that in the folks, like definitely a lot of them got their VIP, the tents and the bungalows and all that. So you just saw them shift, but they still showed out in droves, and you just see the different generations of people. And I think that was the coolest part, was being able to see all of the range of us everywhere. But also, it was just as entertaining to see all of the stereotypes come out very strong. I'm like, so all of you shop at the same place? All of you order from the same place? Yes. I've seen those board shorts 12 times already. Wow. Look at y'all. Look at y'all.
Do they care when that happens? Like white folks, do they care? Like when that happens at the party? Or do they do that? I feel like they are happy that somebody has the same outfit as them.
It depends.
But I don't know.
Because, you got some of the ones that are like, oh, well, I'm fashion, I got to go change. And then you have the ones that are just like the Spider-Man meme of,
yeah, look at us. Yeah, okay.
Look at us. And that's what it is. Let's take a shot. Okay, and then they're off.
Yeah.
And then they're off again. Yeah.
My bonus one for September is the Stud Buds. They graced the pages of Vogue in September.
See?
What a moment.
What a year for them.
Vogue. Yeah. I mean, pink hair fans everywhere, by the way. So they are just... cultural moment. And hopefully I was gonna say, I hope the WNBA doesn't fumble that, but it's actually, the destiny is in their hands, which is great. This doesn't have anything to do with the WNBA, well, besides them playing on the team, but like, this is all them organically. So shout out to them.
And Courtney Williams better stop talking to Gabby Williams, otherwise they are gonna fumble this bag.
So funny. So funny.
Stop. Gabby ain't got no chill. Okay.
I'm like, Courtney, I understand. Actually, I overstand. Okay, yes. I overstand. And Gabby is very married. we just have to let that be.
And she ain't one to mess with.
No,
she ain't
Gabby,
the one.
She left the whole league because of fuck shit that we had her. We had her in Chicago.
Yeah, but she wasn't that great. She just got out of college.
That's okay. That's okay. But she was here and she stood 10 toes down. And then she left and came back and said, all right, if y'all cleaned up the house a little bit, I guess I'll.
She came back with a whole sleeve. She came back a different person.
She did. Yeah.
Out here seeking redemption. We love to see it. My September story is somehow in the midst of all the wildness. Snoop Dogg decided to speak up as well.
Whatever the opposite of a Niecy Nash year is what Snoop Dogg had for sure. Like whatever the opposite is, like that was his year.
Snoop Dogg decided to come out again, unprompted, no one asked, to make comments about 2022's movie Lightyear because he said he was quote unquote scared to take his grandchildren to the theaters over the themes addressed in the movie, which is a hot second of showing a cute little lesbian family. That's it. That's all it was. And continued to say that what you see is what you see, and they're putting it everywhere. They're like, she had a baby with another woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie is like Papa Snoop, which I don't believe that he calls him Papa Snoop. So that's first. How'd she have a baby with a woman? She's a woman. Snoop said the moment, fuck me up. And I'm like, sir, you're the grandparent in this situation. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. I believe when we recorded the episode, we gave a bunch of examples of easy things to say and or just to be like, shh, we're watching the movie.
Yeah.
Simple. Simple.
It's really
but
simple.
The way that this carried over and carried out for too long, had to build up some extra apologies and things and how he has flip-flopped back and forth on this. I can't.
You all saw he came out with Glad. I will give a big shout out to my friend Darian Aaron over at Glad down south. He be doing his thing. He was one of the liaisons with their Snoop, Papa Snoop. He had many conversations with Papa Snoop. And then they decided to do the event at Jackson State, but the public.
Yeah, I was gonna say he did an HBCU thing too, so he went on.
It was part of that.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay,
yeah, that did
happen. Release the song.
I was like, good job, friend, for getting that money.
Right.
Yeah.
How much you want to pay? Yeah, this was crazy. That Snoop Dogg was at a loss of words to explain anything content. I mean, because I was like, if your grandchild saw this, they might just see what Grandpa Snoop has done for 20 plus years. And now that should be hard to explain, but he's not scared of that. But I said it on one of our episodes that while I don't think it's sincere, I think the video he made for his Doggyland YouTube that he had before for kids, where it was just about different families, that's a piece of content that needs to be in the world. It needs some, kid friendly content that talks about all families. And even the song he released for Spirit Day or one of the day, whatever, all the stuff he's done. While you got to keep doing it. I mean, because even what he said in his comments still stick. Like that's still out there. A lot of people did agree with him. I'm glad he's doing something because celebrities don't do shit nowadays to like apologize. Like they're just kind of like, and he didn't actually really do so much for the crypto ball and the Trump shit he did at the beginning of this year. For us, he kind of just told black people to get over it. So very interesting to see how he's moving with this to kind of smooth things out.
Yeah, agreed. He got a lot of calls from his gay friends.
Got a lot of calls.
He got a
lot of calls.
Pick the phone, nigga.
Like, what are you talking about?
I believe that is a direct quote.
Right.
Definitely got one of those.
Man. All right. Well, let's go ahead and shift over to October. We in the last episode talked about how we had the Queer Ultimatum in June, and by October, Netflix announced that the Queer Ultimatum was canceled. What a short-lived run of the show. It was unfortunate because it was entertaining for us. We deserve some mess. We deserve reality TV shows. We deserve to see this happen. But we don't deserve to have all of our shows just continuously be canceled. This has been a year of cancellations. We haven't even gotten into all of the other shows that have any sort of queer representation and how they've been taken off the air and how we have way less representation. But in positive news, in my bonus story, is that we've had all the black folks from Queer Ultimatum on the show within the last couple of months. And that's very exciting to be able to have that little stat for us of like, hey, guess what we did? We had all the black folks
Oh,
on Queer Ultimatum on this show. And that
Mhm.
is a win.
it is a win. We will take it. Speaking of wins, the Aces took home their fourth WNBA championship. They swept the Phoenix Mercury. I didn't know it was going to be a sweep, but it was a
Swept.
sweep. Okay, it wasn't. My goodness. Okay, and I will never doubt them again on air. So just shout out to them because it was a rocky year as an Aces fan.
Such a rocky year.
Such a rocky year, but I was like, I won't doubt y'all again. Not on air. So shout out to them because they did that, and like emphatically too. They didn't just like barely get it, like no shade to the Liberty, but like they didn't barely get it. Like they beat is belt to ass.
Okay.
Is what it was.
Speaking of
Belt
ass, speaking
to
of ass.
ass. My God, On a somber note, I did want to mention that legendary transgender activist Miss Major did pass away in October. Rest in power to her.
I want to plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that. And someone who was able to spend time with Miss Major at the house of Gigi, her space. And I do believe we were the last people to spend time with her in that space.
Wow.
And it's still unbelievable to me that she's no longer with us here physically. But she lived a good life. She lived a long life, right? And she surpassed whatever life expectancy they say, right, for trans women. Yeah. And she saved a whole bunch of people's lives.
Absolutely.
So I plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that. And in October, we had our annual gala here in the city, our Purple Tie Affair. And we raised $31,000 for the radio station. For queer radio. Okay. We did that.
All right.
And then we were able to give 10% of that to a nonprofit here in the city who is serving Black and brown queer folks and trans folks on the West Side Task Force Prevention and Community Services. So
cool. That's a blessing.
Yeah, it was really, really dope. And I also just wanted, my bonus one is a shout out to Alderperson Jesse Fuentes, who was arrested by ICE and detained by ICE for not for very long, but just for going to the hospital and trying to protect her constituents and asking if they had a constitutional warrant to be up in the hospital. They put handcuffs on her. And in October, she decided to sue them and to sue the federal government for that ICE assault. And it's a big deal. And we'll keep following that case when we hear more about how that all turns out. But definitely want to give her the bonus one for that, because that's a whole moment, a big deal here in Chicago, and it made nationwide news.
Yes,
for sure.
That was huge.
Yeah.
See, and mind you, like Chris, Jesse is out in these streets. Like you know who. Typically, you don't really know who your older person is. People know who Jesse is.
Active.
Absolutely. And so to be able to see that video, also, it was such an unnecessary and aggressive arrest as well, as majority of them are and continue to be. That shifted a bit of a tide here in Chicago when that happened.
Yeah. And I got to interview her, and y'all should check that out.
Yeah.
Wow. That was a great interview. You did that.
And to that point too, we talked about it earlier in the year, but I did want to say that now that we are on the subject, that's why we didn't want to laugh at any of the content that was being put out, like that was laughing at people being detained by ICE, because it's cruel, but also like everyone that's Black and brown is like, why? I don't know how people have the disconnect that couldn't happen to them, especially Black people, thinking that we're just safe here is crazy. So yeah, that fuck around and find out content that was so pervasive in the beginning of the year, and it's teetered off now because but that's why we didn't laugh about that, because all this shit is serious and they really are disappearing people. So,
and still
praying for everybody that is affected. And for everybody's safety, I feel like we gotta just carry fucking papers on us. At this point, yeah,
Like, what year am I
it's bad.
in? Why do I need freedom papers? This is
The way
wild.
they trying to do this is, again, mm, the Bass Pro Shop administration is just every day something. So
I saw this social media post and it was like, wonder where the Proud Boys went? Wonder why you ain't heard from the Proud Boys?
mm,
They all got
mm,
hired by ICE.
Mm-hmm.
that's so true.
You know,
People also forgot about the Tea Party kind of being the origin of this all. Like, well, not the origin, but you know what I mean? Like somebody the other day was like, I totally forgot about the Tea Party. Where are they? And I was like, what do you mean? Like they're here. Like this is them. Like
what do
this
you
is
think of the
them. Like
manifestation of?
this is them.
Yeah.
They're here. So
Yes.
um mm, 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 mm. All
All right.
right.
November.
November.
November. So now that we're getting closer and closer to the Olympics, of course, the International Olympic Committee is preparing to ban trans women from the 2028 Games. This should come as no surprise, as most of the year has been stories of banning trans women in sports. From the kids to the adults, from that little swimmer lady that won sixth place and tied with it, to all of the other stories that went down that
That
people are
raggedy fifth
bringing up.
place she is
Ah,
wearing
man,
out.
wearing it out. So
Jesus.
the IOC is preparing to introduce a policy that would ban transgender women from participating in all female Olympic events, replacing prior guidelines that allowed competition if testosterone levels were sufficiently reduced. Which y'all continue to forget that this will not only impact trans women, this will also impact cis women. If you all have not learned that this is going to impact any of you that were born and had higher levels of testosterone. But again, this is only happening to the cisgender and transgender women. It's not doing anything over on the men's side, not doing anything over there with them. They're not concerned. It's just one side. So they are expected to announce this policy in early 2026. So this is going to be a story that we will probably be continuing to report on as it develops. And they're seeing this as an opportunity to really protect the female category with
And it's just a bunch of
enthusiasm.
bullshit because the Olympic Committee has been staunch supporters of trans athletes.
Mm-hmm.
This is, we don't want no smoke from Trump.
Yeah.
This is totally just that. They have held firm, even up until when Trump got elected, truly. Even with all the propaganda, all of the misinformation, all the times they've come, all the Project 2025ers came for them. They stood by the science that trans women do not have a physical advantage when it comes to sports. This is, we don't want no smoke from Trump BS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there will be a policy, it will be pervasive across sports. And this is one of those topics that the Supreme Court is going to be taking on too. And this is one of those ones where it's like, I may not live to see this overturned type of moment, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
what's happening to trans folks in sports is one topic that is going to take a lot of cultural ignorance breaking material to get to the next level where politically things begin to change again.
That
In
made me
my
sad
opinion.
too with the not seeing it change back in your time. There's so many things that are going to have to be undone, and there's going to be some things that even in change of administration and party, if we have elections, um, yeah, like this might be something they don't change back. You've seen so much cowardice on like the Democrat side and all that this year, so
Yeah. Because
yeah,
I mean,
think
very
that.
similar to marriage equality, which, child, I mean, we look at it now like, what? But
Yeah.
truly, right? Even like the folks like Barack Obama weren't for marriage equality, right? So we're talking
Yep.
about
Mm-hmm.
somebody who leans on the progressive side. We're not even talking about the moderates, Democrats or the conservative Democrats. This is the
Mm-hmm.
same what's happening with our trans sibs in sports. Like even the most liberal of Democrats are not. Right. Gavin Newsom aligning with Charlie Kirk early in 2025 when he put Charlie Kirk in front of a microphone on his podcast and agree with him about trans kids in sports. Even your favorite governor out of California, right, was aligning on this issue.
So, hold on.
I'm telling you, the amount of people I see that love them some Gavin Newsom just blows my mind. He's fine. Yeah. He's fine. Everybody listening from California. Okay,
I mean, he's central casting, right? He looks like a 90s U.S. president that we would trust to kill the aliens.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, kill the aliens.
Independence Day.
Yeah, so, with his hair.
That's why. I mean, with his hair for sure.
Got good hair.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But
he sure did do that video, huh? Goodness.
Yep.
Yeah, that's depressing. I didn't even think about that. Like that might not change back. All right. No, it's real. It is real. I was like, God damn, you're right. Because it's just like, woo, that's some cultural work. That's a reality.
That's something that is a strong possibility that could not change back in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm at this big age over 40, I really be like, we might just be living with this shit.
Well, to sandwich, there's
I started off with the bad stuff.
Yeah,
you two have better stories.
We do have better stories. This was a much better November 2024. Much better. Okay.
Yeah.
We are still under a hellscape of an administration, but progressives and Democrats notched major wins across the country. Most notably, Zoran Mondani winning the New York City mayor race, coming from he was like 1% or something polling at the beginning of this year, and came out, beat the legacy Andrew Cuomo, the establishment, everybody. Like they really tried everything. They did 9/11 memes like the night before or the couple days before the election. Like they really tried it. They tried it, like all of that. So, and then there were key gains in the state houses, the courts, pointing towards a possibly strong 2026. You are seeing resistance at the local level, the state level, and the federal level. And let's just hope that the momentum carries into the midterms in 2026.
Can I also add a bonus here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mamdani was able to call Trump a fascist to his face in the White House, and have Trump eating out of his hands. I like this guy.
Giddy.
Blushing.
Okay? Yeah.
I think his policies are great. I don't hear about these policies he's talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, Mamdani had people in the chat, in the comments, like, wait, I don't know if I like him if Trump like him.
Wait a minute.
So what did we just vote in?
Might have gone too far.
That moment, I love that you brought up so much chaos on both sides, because before his visit, there were all these Republicans like, yeah, showdown with Trump. He's about to be put in his place and everything. And it was, I mean, he was gushing over Mondani, and just, completely opposite of what you think. No, none of the things that he was talking about. You talk about deporting him before stripping his citizenship. Best of friend, wants to be friends with him.
Right.
Like
he said, I take it all back. I didn't really mean it. That was just, I was playing hard to get. That's all it was.
Yeah. Folded hard. I was just playing hard to get.
Anything that Mamdani is going to do moving forward, Trump is going to back it. And people are going to be like, do we want
I hope.
that? Or maybe. I don't know.
We believe in the same things policy-wise. Like, no, go ahead, tell him. Tell him what you told me. Yes, he's a fascist. Like, just tell him. Tell him. Go ahead, tell him. Like, he just completely different from the, what was Zelensky earlier in the year, where they like attacked him immediately and was like, why aren't you wearing a suit? And JD Vance was just like, went total mean girl on it. But just tale of two meetups. Also funny about how Trump loves Zoran more than JD Vance, because that definitely broke. If I could imagine JD Vance broke seeing that. Like just cried on probably the toilet, if I were to guess. Like he was in the toilet probably for like an hour trying to, gather himself and stop crying, and the eyeliner everywhere. It's a lot. So shout out to November having a better election day.
Thanks. And the Supreme Court declined to hear Kim Davis's case challenging same-sex marriage. We received that.
Okay.
Back to the
We
ground.
received that so
Canadians.
fast.
Received that. Okay.
Cicada.
She
Back
was
to
like,
the
fine.
ground.
Fine.
Because Uncle Tom Clarence Thomas, okay, he wants to see it. Okay, so
He really wanted it.
He needs
He
to
really
go.
did. He was like, yeah, totally. No, we shouldn't. Like, he really
Absolutely.
wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
mhm.
No, we shouldn't.
Okay.
We shouldn't at all. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great here.
No, I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's stupid. Yeah. Just like crumpling up his paper. Yeah. Yeah. Crying.
Wow. All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up the year with December. No, I'll start with the positive. Chris, I feel like we got to end on you because it's only right. But
Yeah.
it feels like we're gonna have to do that
Yeah,
because
mine's a little doomish.
yeah, we're gonna just a good reminder before we
Word
go into
association. Bye, before we get out of here. I'm gonna read you guys a couple words.
yeah,
Tell me how you feel.
just a few. So we'll go ahead. Mine is that we haven't mentioned really the WNBA CBA that has been happening for a minute. But as of this month, there was another extension because they came back and once again played in the WNBA players' faces, didn't even listen to nothing. And so now it's even better because all the WNBA players have now taken the offense. They were like, we have given you the benefit of the doubt for months. And now we're playing offense. They're sharing specifically what they're asking for. They're sharing all of the conversations. They're putting out, here are all of the names of the people. Any receipts that they could have. NECA has started to go on a whole marketing trend. And Shanae is backing it up naturally because she's going to back her sister up. And now everybody else is just reposting and saying, hey, community, hey, fans, we're going to arm you with the tools and information so that it's not only us pushing back, you all can push back because they keep throwing out wild things that don't make sense. How are you going to get rid of people's housing when y'all trade people the way that you do? Unless you're going to pitch some miraculous thing that's going to happen with housing in this new CBA, which you didn't. You just took it away. Just took it away. So the extension has pushed into January of next year. We are 1,000% headed for a lockout. They are being stubborn. They're not pushing forward on any of the things. They're the things that the team, not even the team, the players are asking for are not absurd. Not absurd at all. But here we are with another extension. And this is another story that we're going to carry into 2026, continuing to cover, figuring that out while we also enjoy Unrivaled, AU Pro, and more advertising of this new league that's going to come out next year. So yes, Anna, what you got?
I got the United States got an F. Okay, on
Damn.
a big old fat F as it pertains to LGBTQ quality of life here in this here country. Okay, now let's be clear. You never got an A in the first place.
No.
Highest grade we got was a C. Okay,
Mm.
and now
They said
now we're
C's
in
get
F.
degrees. We're good.
And bonus, December 1st is World AIDS Day. I dropped a beautiful exhibit telling the stories of Black women who are living and thriving with HIV. It's called Shine a Light on It. And it's a mixed media exhibit. It's currently up here in the city at the Beverly Arts Center. It's going to travel around in 2026. And if you want to check it out online, I put it up on our website. And these stories are absolutely beautiful. And if you didn't know, Black women lead in the new diagnoses of HIV at over 50%. And Black women should know that. And Black women should know about PrEP. And Black women should know about U equals U. And Black women should know about PEP. And so that's the why behind the exhibit and the mixed media series. And y'all should check it out.
It was
Awesome.
great.
And you got to link us to that as well.
It was absolutely great. I got to attend in person. I was just back there beaming. Like, look at you go. Look at you go. And the stories were great. The way that it was a multi-part engagement, we were able to sit in the room like a silent disco, headphones on, and we're able to listen to different clips of the stories and also had the women there in person to be able to host a mini panel as well. And it was just the personality shown. I think the way that you were able to hone in on their different themes of their stories felt very natural to them. And it was very insightful, and beautiful. It was a great moment. I'm so glad
I'm
I could
so
be
glad
there
you could
to
come,
support
friend.
you. It was
Yeah.
great.
Awesome. I feel
All
like
right,
that
Chris.
US gets an F is like, we're like, joke's on you. We don't even have a Department of Education, so we don't accept
Right.
those
Grades are a
at all.
concept.
Yeah. Stupid. Woke. Grades are woke. Um
We don't have a Department of Education. We just have.
Right. To
it's
say that
crazy.
is such a wild
We
statement.
don't
I'm like,
have one.
what loans am I paying for at this point?
At
For
this
what?
point, I mean, and
For
that's
what?
really it. Like for what? Why? Actually, you owe me money if we want to give it a buck. Um Linda McMahon, man. Jesus. Fall of an empire. Um my December, we're in December right now. We're recording on the 17th, so there's a lot going on already.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the Diddy doc on our preview or a couple episodes ago and went into that. I mentioned Diddy here because the trial was in May. He was sentenced in October to 50 months. And I think the Diddy doc, even though 50 did it or executive produced it, I'm hoping it does more damage than the trial did when he does get out and people just understand his character and just how he just exploits and treats people. And then we talked about it this year. These Epstein files weren't going to go anywhere. They didn't. They're supposed to be released this Friday. They've been releasing some batches of photos and stuff. So going to be interesting to see what happens there. It seems like this week Trump has been doing just everything he can to distract it. Like he has changed. He's going to reclassify marijuana. Some people have said watch what he does elsewhere. That I mean, what he's been doing in the Caribbean. So it'll be interesting to see the distractions that come out because every time there's any Epstein anything, there's even bigger distractions than there normally is. So we'll see what happens with that. There'll be definitely some fallout from that. Probably at the time of this recording, we'll know for sure if there is, and yeah, we'll see what happens. That has dominated the year too, and has been a thorn in his side of his own making because he talked about it in his campaign nonstop, and then reverse course this year, and then had to release it. So we'll see what happens there, but definitely
They've
a
been
theme of
scrubbed. Names
men,
been deleted.
every to just change the
True.
name. They like changed
Truly.
around some letters where it's like this is still him. We could tell. Like,
Exactly.
we can tell. But yeah, we'll see what happens with it. That's for sure. So
And I thought it was
Yeah.
funny. Republicans thought people would care because Bill Clinton is in it.
yeah.
Child, catch up. Don't nobody
Man,
care.
care about no damn Bill Clinton. Like, what? Like, and that's always been the difference is like, I mean, for better or for worse, we don't protect people within our, under our tent for things like that. And for much less. So if Bill Clinton is, I mean, in these files, then we're like gross and whatever happens to him should happen to him. And that's for
Mm-hmm.
anybody that's on Democrats that are gonna be in these files because they're gonna be in these files. This is like a bipartisan thing. So
Just because
we
our
will see
aunties
what
and
happens.
uncles was in love with him playing the saxophone ain't got nothing to
That's
do with
all you had to
us.
do. One Arsenio
Mm-hmm.
Hall visit, and it has just spanned the just time. Okay, they always bring that up. That'd be like the one thing they bring up. They're like,
Because he's also the same
nothing
person
else.
that did the three strikes. He also
Yeah,
ruined
hmm
generations of Black people's
he
lives.
did. He really
Mm-hmm.
did. He
And the
really did.
apology, I'm glad you can apologize. I don't change the facts.
At
Right.
all. You don't get those lives back. Yeah,
No.
yeah. Mm,
So he does not get Black people forever forgiveness because Black
at
people love to
all.
forgive.
That we sure
But
do.
he,
We will
he is
run
not
to some
alive for that.
forgiveness. We will run to some forgiveness. But yeah, I hope there's no caping for him. But who knows what this is about to be, what they about to release. And like you said, they've had time to scrape it. So we'll see. We will see.
Yes. All right, y'all. That officially wraps up our year in review. We're going to shift over to our bad queer opinions because what type of bad queers would we be if we didn't have unpopular queer opinions? These are our 2025 bad queer opinions, what we're wrapping up the year with in terms of how we feel, how we felt about the year, and our bad queer opinions that align with it. So, my bad queer opinion for 2025 I'm talking to everybody in the queer community. Man, if y'all don't put your money back into our own pockets, in them, okay? There was too many of y'all out here on Black Friday that weren't spending it with the organizations and with the people that you needed to. Throughout the year, people needed funds, mutual aid, donations. Businesses are struggling. We need to put money back into us in any way, shape, or form, in any way that we can. Okay? There's too many. I went to the mall because my mother wanted to go look at a couch.
Okay, don't
Mother
blame
wanted to
me
go
on
look at a couch. Okay? This was following her. I get to that mall. It is packed. Packed.
Yeah.
And I said, go home, all of you. All of you go home. All of you get out. Go spend money online. Go spend money in the stores that run. It's so easy to Google. Black stores, queer-owned stores, queer-owned events, queer spaces to donate money to. It's so easy. I feel like we just continued to forget because we lost Target. Because we lost Target, I don't know where to go. And there's so many alternatives. There's so many. Okay? Please, please, because y'all know you're not doing it enough. Put your money in our pockets. Keep it here. Our queer dollar is so strong. Y'all don't realize our queer dollar is so strong. And that's why they keep trying to block us from everything. Make it work for us.
I love that. And I know that the devil doesn't need an advocate, but did you get that couch?
No, she had to look at it.
Okay. She just wanted to
Yeah,
look
she
at it.
didn't.
Okay.
She didn't purchase
Did she
it
sit
that
on
day.
it? Did
She did
no?
sit on it. She had to touch it. We sat on it. We
Yeah.
looked at the fabrics in person. We did the stuff. She was like, nah.
No.
She dragged me out on the busiest day of the year because she wanted to go look at this couch.
That's so funny.
She said,
On Black
And
Friday too.
I said,
You said
what
today?
in Northern? We were at Tyson's Corner.
Oh, okay. That's why it was also packed.
Anna, that is a huge
Yes.
mall in Virginia.
Huge.
So
huge
much that
mall.
it has like
Very
4
big.
different quadrants of where
It's
you would go. If you
huge.
take one wrong turn, you're lost forever.
"Oh,
You're never gonna make it back. It's a huge mall. And my mother said, "Get in the car with me. We're going to look at couches." And I said,
Oh my God.
"Why don't you love me anymore? You could just say that. You don't have to take me to the mall on the busiest day." Thankfully, she wasn't motivated to do anything else because usually she's the one that we would be at the mall for hours, and I would be like, "We shouldn't even be here. Why? Why are we here?" I would have made the experience as terrible as possible, but she was like, "I need to just see this couch, and then we'll go home." I said, "Fair, okay. We're gonna go look at
God
this
bless
couch."
you. Tyson's
I got
Corner
out
on
there.
Black
I
Friday
talked,
is
and I
nuts.
drove as well. So that was
Oh
even.
man.
I was
Did you get a good parking spot? Did you luck up
yes,
with it? Okay.
yes, because I
Yeah.
feel like thank you Chicago. I am even more honestly living in each of these major cities between living in Northern Virginia to Oakland to Phoenix to Chicago. The way that I am able to just whip through places and back in and do stuff. Yep,
That's good.
yep. We did get good parking. I made sure, and it was funny because when we looked at the map, I purposely found where the store was in the mall and picked the closest parking deck and the closest store. It was a Macy's, which was terrible to walk through. Terrible to walk through. And I said, we are going through the Macy's. It is 2 doors down, and then we're coming back through Macy's and we're leaving. That's
That's so funny. Don't look at nothing.
don't
Nothing
look at
else.
nothing.
Don't
don't
look at
turn
nothing
your
else.
Nothing.
head. Stay
Okay.
focused."
I said, we are headed to this store to look at this couch and see if you like the color and if you like how it fits and go back. I have
That's
nothing
so
else to
funny.
do. And the people were not helpful either. I had to go and pull my mama needs help.
Were they younger folks? Because Gen Z is pretty
No, they look
bad.
like our age.
Oh.
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 It wasn't even like a Gen Z. I said, this is
Yeah, they are
unacceptable.
funny. Customer service is
Unacceptable.
not their thing. But
Okay. We were here when people were fighting for TVs in Walmart. We know what this life is like.
yeah. I was
Y'all
gonna
ain't
say my
helping nothing.
mom was out here in California. She celebrated Thanksgiving with us and she was like on Black Friday, she was like sighed and was like, I used to be out there. Like she was reliving her glory days, but she really loved going out for the toys. Like that was her thing. And she's like, oh, I used to be out there. Like y'all don't, there's no toys y'all want to get. And we're like, no, like these
Right.
kids don't need toys like that. They really don't. Um, well, shout out to that. And yeah, keep y'all's money in the pockets, as Shayna said. Yours was more of, well, everybody in the community. Mine is very specific. My bad
Oh, I
queer
love
opinion
this.
is very specific for our community. So
All right, friend.
the L, the G, the B, and especially the Q. We are way too gay to be transphobic. It's just what it is. Y'all got to
Mm-hmm.
stop it. If you think distancing yourself from trans people will get you safety or power, it won't. This year should have showed that. Like that doesn't exist. There's no safety. The protection is fake. Anti-trans stuff never stops at trans people. Y'all should know that. It's about controlling bodies and gender and which would be all of us. Like we're not exempt from that. I saw a lot more of that or in our community of people being openly transphobic this year. And again, it's like on some like I don't know what they think is gonna happen. Like oh, you'll be rewarded some pass. I don't fucking know, but it's not real. You're not safe. You're just next, and we're stronger together. And all of our progress is because of trans people. So it is such a slap in the face to be transphobic. And you're too gay to be transphobic. You are. You're too gay. We're all like it is us. We're a package deal. There's no separation of anything. Like you're not the straights aren't gonna accept you. They're just not. You won't be accepted. So
The your
that's all I
next
got.
line was bar, friend.
It was.
And I mean, are y'all paying attention to the news this year? Like what? Like it's just
The
yeah.
last
It's
five,
just
10 years.
the last
Okay.
5, 10 years. Yeah. Mm,
Cause wow,
crazy.
Well,
Crazy.
Anna.
my bad queer opinion is this saying that we've always had that, all are welcome. The queers, we welcome everybody. Child, fuck that. Okay? Everyone is not welcome. And specifically, you LGBTQAI plus people in the alphabet that decided to vote for Trump, you are absolutely not welcome. I saw an article. Someone was part of a group, but they found out they were Republican and the queers kicked them out. I said, good.
Yeah.
They started their own queer Republican something. Yeah, go over there with your other people that decided to vote for Trump. Okay? Because you thought it was going to be okay. It is not okay. It is not okay. It's not okay to vote along lines that kill my humanity or killing my sibs. You are not welcome here. And this is my bad queer opinion. It's that, in fact, you are not welcome.
Here,
Truly,
here.
truly. Who invited them anyway? Why were they here in the first place?
Voting for Trump, like for the third time
Yo,
for a lot of people is like a
why?
level of delusion. I just cannot. I
Truly.
just cannot. I can't even begin to like understand. Like
Yo, I can't
the
get past the fact that for some reason people have forgotten what happened during COVID.
yeah,
He was
yeah,
president. Like, he's the reason millions of people died. That ain't
yeah.
got nothing to do with being queer. That ain't got nothing to do with being black. That ain't got nothing to do with being a woman. This is just like human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Millions of people die for no good reason.
Yeah.
You voted for that for to your point, Chris, for a third time. I got nothing for you. You are not welcome indeed.
Nothing.
And I don't even care about you being a Republican. I don't care about that. But if you voted for Trump, you are not welcome, friend.
Mm. Ever. I don't know if you could get that one back. That's such a
No.
yeah.
Me and
Mm-mm.
God gonna have a lot of talks about forgiveness on this one. Okay. We got a continuous conversation happening around what that means. Okay.
God's
I
gonna be
don't
like, I
know.
don't know. I mean, I made it clear he was the Antichrist, but okay. Like
Yeah,
it's
I don't
just like
know.
how I don't know how y'all got tripped up on him.
Yeah, I don't know.
But when he rolls out something new in terms of like gold Bibles and gold sneakers and stuff that they buy, watches, I'm like, there are people really purchasing these things. Like they truly believe in this man. And it's nuts. Like it just doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter if there's results or anything. It's just, But these are also the same people who like after the WMDs didn't show up, just were quiet. They were like, and that's what they do. Like you don't hear from them. I have a neighbor. Actually, it's my my daycare, my son's daycare operator, like she has this guy in her neighborhood who had the tallest Trump flag for most of the year that he flew. And in the last, I would say he probably took it down into September. He took it down. And it's just like, no, 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 no. Like, you don't get to hide now that your guy is like garbage. Like, now that these tariffs are hitting, or now that, the economy is shit. Like, no, this is what you voted for. He's been very clear about being greedy and a businessman and not very smart for over 10 years now. So, yeah, I don't think there's any coming back from any of that. So, queer Trump voters is just crazy. Black Trump voters is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all crazy. It makes no sense. So, well, we did, guys.
We did.
On
We
that bright
did.
note,
We got that. Well, it's okay because we're getting the wins for the year, and then we're wrapping it up. So let's go ahead and talk positive, real positive ending. So we're gonna shift in a little something special, a little extra spice in here, talking about a win for our podcast for this year because all of us are on podcasts. We do great things on the podcast, and my win for 2025 with Bad Queers is our slew of guests. We ate down with our guests this year, and we had to have a bunch of them at once because of maternity leave. And it was fantastic to be able to have them. We had three folks return. We had Queer Queens Travel, Amber Abundance, and Jen M. Jackson return to the podcast. And we had a bunch of new guests that had been on Chris and I's checklist, wish list for the longest that we were able to get on, and multiple of them that we were able to get on in the same year. And I'm so proud of that. So, shout out to Amber's Closet, Jared Robinson from Judy's, Mandy B from Decisions, Shiloh and Chelsea from the EMVP podcast, AJ and Brittany, and Mal from Queer Ultimatum, Joho and John from Black Fat Femme, Tribble, Autumn Brion, Brandon Kyle Goodman, and the Vagina Based Collective. Anna, you coming back to us every year. We appreciate you always. And I'm just so proud of the roster that we had for our guests. This was awesome. And they were just so excited to be on the show too, which brought me joy that they wanted to be here because sometimes y'all we look at these guests and we're like, they're never gonna say yes. Mal, we've chased Mal for a minute now. Same with Amber's Closet. Overjoyed. Brandon Kyle Goodman has been on my list probably for the longest, and I was and they were the easiest to book. I was so joyous. So joyous. I said, Brandon,
so
thank
quick.
you. Thank you for coming on here. And we had a time. And I'm just, those are the things that are just big wins for us to say, like, hey, we're doing this. And that's exciting.
I love it. Plus, went to the Astro Stud and also Strap Down podcast coming on. We had a lot of great guests this year in 2025.
Yes.
So
Oh, how did I not put
thank
them too? Thank
everybody
you.
for.
Astro
I
Sun
know
Strapped Down.
we had
Man,
a lot
so
of
many
great.
people.
We had so many
So
great
many people.
people. We really did. So
Shout out to y'all too. Because man, those were
Yeah.
great episodes.
they were.
They were great episodes. Strap Down was so fun. Astro Stud was so fun.
So funny. Yeah.
Everybody was so fun. Astro Stud. What do you mean I'm not dating a flat earther? Still the best.
Right.
One of the
Would
best
you
things.
date a flat earther? Is it's a good question to ask on a date. You're welcome, y'all. My win for a podcast. We mentioned this on the part one of the recap, but our first live event was in April. Thanks to Anna and thanks to Chicago. That was my first time in Chicago, and I had a wonderful time. Can't wait to get back when it's warmer. And yeah, I had a great time. My first live event, our first live event together, and it was just a wonderful way to celebrate our fifth anniversary.
Absolutely.
Such a moment. Such a
Room
moment.
full of lesbians.
Hey,
Full of lesbians.
it really doesn't get better than that.
It really
was
does. It doesn't.
really
It
great.
doesn't. Mm-mm.
For me with the pod, we had our first brand deal this year
Okay,
with
brand
Karen
deal.
Finch.
Yes.
That has just been lovely. Been rocking their suits. They're so great and comfy. So mad love to Karen Finch for seeing me and for seeing the podcast. And then we hit over 100,000 listens all
Nice.
time this year. Hey.
Congrats.
I was like, oh, look
I
at
know
that
that
number.
felt
There's
good.
6 numbers there now.
Look at that.
That was
Come on,
awesome.
6 figures.
Right.
You
That's
know?
wonderful.
Yeah, it was dope.
We love to
You're like,
see
I'm
it.
doing it. Look at him.
And are.
Oh yeah.
And are. We love to see it. We love to see it for you. We love to see all of this. Glad for the wins. Shout out to everybody who's been listening to all of us. And we appreciate all
Yes.
of you for tuning in and hanging out. And again, putting not only your dollars, but your time and energy into Black queer creators.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We appreciate you. So with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show. But you know, we would never leave you without giving shout outs to our faves. My shout outs coming in 2026, the Queer Freedom School. It is a place for queer folks of color to build skills, learn trades, understand how to care for the land, and build connections across our movement. You'll have access to carpentry, herbalism, farming, emergency preparedness, and so much more. So if you want to learn how to do all of these things and get involved, you can
Very
follow them
important.
at Queer Freedom School on IG.
Okay, I had to look them up. Gotta bookmark that. Survival. My shout out is to all eight, as of the time of recording, all 81 of our Patreon supporters. We
Yes.
really, really, really appreciate y'all. It means so much to have people who believe in you and enjoy you so much that they go and like literally spend money to support your work. So thank y'all to all of our Patreon supporters. If you haven't already, you could sign up for our Patreon at Bad Queers Podcast.
And for me, my shout outs are looking ahead to 2026. We're going to have more podcast salons in 2026, supporting and uplifting Black and Brown podcast creators out here. We're going to do another podcast record. We made history this year with that. We're going to keep that going to preserve our stories and our voices, which is incredibly important right now. And I'm also going to do some queer concerts. We're gonna do a queer talent show.
Okay.
2026, we're gonna do a queer concert.
Oh, I love this.
Used to do it back in the day, and I was just like, no. But now I'm like, yes. So let us gather around some queer artists and do a concert around these Chicago streets. So I appreciate y'all in advance for supporting. Hey.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Queer concerts. It's
Calendar's
awesome.
gonna be ready.
Let's
do
go.
things. And then Anna, for anybody who wants to follow and support you, where can they find you and where can they support you?
Yeah, if you've listened this long, yo, lock in. Okay. Tune in to the Queer News Podcast. We drop a new episode every Monday by 9 a.m. Chicago time. 5 or 6 queer news stories we think you should know about politics, culture, and entertainment. You can follow me at Anna DeShawn across all your favorite social media channels. Appreciate you in advance. Family. That's what we are.
I love it. Anna, year 3 of the books.
Yo.
Thank you so much for continuing to come back and hang out with us for our end of year recap episode.
It's a tradition, okay?
It is.
Yes. Yes.
And I want y'all to know I got y'all in my 2026 plan. We ain't talked about it, but
please
Yes.
include us.
The
I think it was
WNBA
this time last year that you told us about coming out there in April.
Yo, because
Yeah,
I
we did it.
be thinking in advance,
did.
and I'm just saying the WNBA All-Star game is coming to Chicago, and I'm saying it sounds like a great time to do another situation, maybe at Babes. Maybe we're doing
I think
a
we could do
podcast
that.
thing at Babes.
I think we could do that because, you know, we know some people
We know some people.
that can do that.
I'm down. It's July, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yep,
should be fun.
that's end of July.
I do
Get
want
that in
to
your calendar.
experience summer Chicago, like summer Chicago, because I did.
That would be summer
springish.
with the All-Star game.
Yeah, that would be prime time.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's like a lesbian, like
I mean, that is
Right, it's like,
the
we're gonna have
stars
Pride.
aligning.
We're gonna have Pride
So-
3 times that summer because we'll have
That
our
is
Chicago Pride,
hilarious.
then we'll have WNBA All Star, and then we'll have Market Days. We're gonna have 3 Prides
Wow.
this summer.
Wow. I
Let's
feel
not
like
forget
it's
about
gonna
Black
open
Pride.
a
Black Pride
portal.
early July.
Yep. So
Regular
4
Pride,
Prides.
Black Pride,
Damn.
All-Star, and then Market Days.
Yeah.
Wow.
We will be
Yeah.
black and gay as hell this
I
summer.
don't know.
Gay as hell. It's like a gay amusement park. It's like
It tells you,
theme
y'all,
night.
Everybody gets
y'all better
Chicago.
stop before y'all open a portal.
Okay, I know, right? I already have friends hit me up to reserve my house and everything. I was like, "Yep, all right, we're in here."
Yeah,
We're in here.
Oh, you could rent out the bottom part of your joint too.
I could.
if you wanted to. Yeah, that's smart. Yep.
Yeah.
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 We're gonna
parking lot.
we're gonna put it on Patreon as like our highest tier. You can rent
You
for
can
one
stay
night.
at Shayna's.
For one night. I said one night.
One night only.
That'll pay for the
One night
rest.
only.
Somebody might pay for it.
Queens
You never know.
Truly, that would
Somebody
be our
might
budget
pay
for
for
the
it.
year. That would be our budget for the year.
You'd be like, oh my God, somebody booked it. And I'd be like, oh.
Oh.
Okay.
I'd be like, all right.
I'll come as a security guard, just sit down there. I have no skills, but
Yeah.
I could talk to them enough to distract.
Yeah.
Let me find me a parking lot to buy.
Oh, that's
truly.
it. That's gonna be
Truly.
it
That
right
would
there.
that would fund both of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You rent
I'd
a
put the
van.
ticket at the door. I'd sit there and be like, hey, come on in. Come on in. All right, we're full. I'm done. I'm going to the game. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Y'all could
you.
do a party bus, all that. There's so many. Oh my God. Yeah. Maybe it's
There's so many
that
options.
This sounds dangerous. Honestly, it sounds with the portal opening up. I don't know, y'all.
Also,
it's gonna be a
valid
Janelle Monáe
question.
song that the it actually opens up. By the way, the portal will open
No,
up
but for real.
probably during the
But
Janelle Monáe song.
valid question.
Mm.
If we go into a lockout,
Oh.
will there be an all-star?
Oh, they ain't gonna lock out that long.
I don't think they will.
Not
I
that
don't.
long.
We better hope so.
Yeah.
You better lay low.
I don't know. The way it is, like people might just still come that weekend, even if it
Right.
if there's no
We
game.
still-
Just
Like,
go.
we already planned the parties. It's
Already
fine.
planned it. I'm here. What's
Y'all
up?
said summertime shy lit. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's like who's gonna like? Oh, I'm not going to Chicago in the summer. Yeah, I feel like just be outside.
Yeah.
You know,
Stud buds in real life. Let's go.
Man,
listen.
I think we could get him.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna talk
Step
about
up.
this. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get into it. It's gonna be a time. But for everybody who has been rocking with us all year long and for years before as well, appreciate you. Thank you. Please sign up to our Patreon. Please. Please and thank you. And subscribe to us on YouTube. But otherwise, we hope that y'all have a wonderful holidays. And we'll see you next year.
Take care.
Can we talk about things? I'm sorry that I'm